Morning.
Morning, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
I had a shocker on Tuesday.
Tuesday. You didn't trade
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah, I had a very good day yesterday.
Oh, brilliant.
Um,
Just not tomorrow.
um,
Yeah, yesterday.
yeah, but Tuesday, I just one of those days where you just spiral out of control.
Oh, no.
Oh no, yeah, but I got most of it back yesterday. I had a really good day yesterday, but
Cool.
yeah, it does make you sort of just at the end of the day, you think, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I had such a good run. So many like amazing days. And then I took a really dummy trade yesterday. Um, I took the Hello, Michael. How are you? So I took the cells from here, and then I took more cell. I took some more cells in here. I didn't anticipate the bounce from here, and then I was had such a good day. Had like all this stuff planned, and then I took a dumb cell up in here, thinking we're going to get a reaction or somewhere in here, and like almost as soon as I put it on, price just went pumped up like 100 pips, and I was like, wait, I didn't have time to do anything. It was such a quick thing. I was just sort of processing it, and eventually just like closed it, and I was like, damn it, man, that was such a waste of money. And that's really put a sour.
I took the same one as well.
Yeah, put a real sour taste in my mouth. The rest of the evening, I was a bit somber. Like, it's funny how the last result is what I've been stewing on, because like I was all of this other trades. I'm in the flow. I'm in the zone, and I thought this one would give me it was an opportunistic trade. It was a gamble though, and that's what I felt sick that I just took a gamble and broke a rule. So I just closed it, accepted the loss. Luckily, I didn't hold it because it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, that would have been painful.
Yeah, it was painful enough.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, should I? Is this happening? It was like, did I really just do that? And is price going to react? And when I was looking over to the left, I was like, what's it going to stop at? I was like, I thought this level was going to give it some pause, but then it was pushing up. And I was like, is it going to come back? Should I hold it? Should maybe I? Is there still opportunity here? There wasn't. It was a dumbass trade.
I think where I get caught out sometimes is if I'm on the wrong side of the market, I then get blind to the fact that I'm on the wrong side of the market, and then I'll keep trying to get in. And at the end of the day, you can see you were on the wrong side of the market, but I keep trying to take trades in the wrong direction, and then it sort of just, on those days, I should just shut up shop early and just, call it quits. But it's all hindsight, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, so that really pissed me off last night. But today's a new day, so we've got to deal with it, huh? Let's unpack CPI. So CPI came in, and it was in line with expectations, except for core. So initially, the market algos would see that inflation came down. Equities pumped up on the news initially, just like because it came out at 1:30, and I was like, man, NYSE is going to send this thing. So I took sells at NYSE, and this NYSE met that news with disappointment, because it kind of rules out 0.5% rate cut. Price shot down which was beautiful, absolutely lovely to see. And then something happened. The bloody glass half full people came in. Those optimistic bunch. We got down to took out this little liquidity area from New York session. We swept that. We swept into the one that was a little bit lower as well. And we just bounced hard from that level. I expected to bounce, but I thought we were going to finish lower on the day. At the same time that this was happening, Nvidia were hosting an event at JP Morgan, and they came out and they said some really positive things. And the market just, all of a sudden, the market just shifted into, well, a rate cut is better than no rate cut. So we're still, and then I think some comments from JP Morgan himself, not JP Morgan himself, but JP Morgan, the company, there were some people were speaking about that we're still likely to get 1% rate cuts by the end of the year, and the market just took that and ran with it, and price just pushed on. Semiconductors were flying yesterday. We saw all the large mega caps just performing admirably, and because they hold such a big market weight, it just really helped pump the price up, and it was just a straight line up. Incredible. So yeah, kind of it put to bed any sort of negativity that the initial disappointment held, which brought price down. And I didn't see that. I did not expect to see that kind of optimistic run. And it was a monster day. Just another example why I hate selling. Because you get some monster days. That was a 700 pip day. It sucks. Sucks that I took a loss on that one. Anyway, today, now, if we're looking at the German. Oh, shit. That was my zone. So this is the 4-hour zone right here. This area that I wanted to see price pump up to and then show some reactions, because I think there's a good chance that we fade that move now. Yeah, is that 50 pips? It is 50 pips. Okay.
40 dead. Yeah.
Close enough. So that was the 5 minute, that was the open. Push straight up into that. We've got ages before London Open.
It's going to give you another chance.
Yeah. Now, on the hour time frame, this is the liquidity wick right here. So I do hope London decides to push up, and I do hope London decides to attack this level before rejecting. I don't want it to get too high into the zone, because otherwise then it might want to take the whole thing, and they might want to scrub it a couple times before dropping. Is it Adelaide or Michael, or both?
Yeah, we're both here.
Both here. Yeah, the rough day yesterday or day today?
Just today in Asia.
Oh, in Asia.
Just wrong side of it. You get that. It's tomorrow.
You've ruined your day before even London started.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of want to fade yesterday. I think all this optimism that came in to it. Oh, we've got interest rates though today as well, by the way. So it's not like we're going to have an easy day. We have interest rates just inside of the New York session for Euro. So there's a little discrepancy here because they've got previous at 4.25 and forecast here is 3.65. I've never seen a 0.6% rate cut before, so I don't get what's going on with Forex Factory's feed. I've seen 50.5 and 0.75, but I haven't seen 0.6, which is very odd. If I look at Financial Juice, they've got it as the same, so I'm not sure where these guys are getting it from. If I look at FX Street, they've got it as 4. So we've got a liar amongst us. Yeah, see 4 as the consensus view. What about TradingView? Yeah, they've got 4% as well. So I don't get why Forex Factory has it as 3.65. That's clearly wrong. Anyway, they're looking to cut rates. Whether that gives a boost, we shall see. Targets. So yeah, I kind of want to see this whole move faded. I'd like to see if we can start breaking down supports, then these happy little guys, they got taken yesterday. They were the targets, not without a retracement. But I'd like to see this level targeted. Yeah. So I'd like to see price react, which it is already reacting from this 4-hour zone as an area of supply. And this is my target. I'd like to see price come back down to here at the minimum. Once we get underneath here, we've got clean candles, which would be cool. It's just whether we bounce from this area a few times. What say you? What are you guys looking at? Maybe too early to jump in for sells just yet, that's for sure. But I am curious.
Yeah, I'll put it further up to sort of head up a bit more and then take looking for sells.
Yeah, it would be nice if we can tap into this on the 30-minute. This area. This is kind of where I want London to attack. Des, in the future, mate. Friday's tomorrow, isn't it? It is, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I don't want to make a boo-boo like I did yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good day yesterday, but when you sort of look back at the end of the day and think, if I'd have actually been not necessarily patient, but if you've got more time to be at the charts, there's some real clear-cut big trades.
Yeah.
So I just got back from my bike ride. So
While I was there, I made £100,000.
took the words right out of my mouth. So that's me done for the day and for the year. And
Yeah.
not quite.
Global Trade of the Year.
I already got that. So. I'm hoping to get up in the second year in a row. Why wouldn't we continue with this unbridled optimism? Why would they suddenly? Did they just get, as you say, party too hard, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well maybe we overdid it a bit too much."
Yeah.
Or they could just get like, if you got such good indicators from these big mega caps and tech looks up, recession looks down, interest rates look firm to decrease. Why wouldn't they just keep on looking?
They could, but I'd prefer that to happen with stock buyback window, and September's typically a bearish month. So I feel that there's still election risk and a lack of corporate buyback, and there's still a slowing economy that I struggle to see that optimism holding much weight.
Yep.
So I prefer to fade it, but you're right. I don't want to be a pessimist just for the sake of it. But I also don't want this rally, which doesn't look natural, to be something that I think is just going to hold and hold and hold.
Yeah.
And this is where it sucks when you sort of miss the move. But I feel like if we opened here, the danger is what I'm seeing is that this is a bloody big day, and when you've got a bloody big day, it makes these sessions look a little bit small in size, but these sessions can still be very good in terms of movement.
Yep.
So I feel like if price is up here, I kind of struggle to buy something that's moved up so much.
Yep. Could you just look at that what's the where's it from? That graph that shows the probability of rate cuts.
Yeah.
So I've obviously misread that completely. I posted that in the group as part of my sort of analysis. What am I missing here? Like the 500 to 525 basis points, what do they call it?
Yeah.
BPS. Doesn't that mean that now they're likely to rate? I said 2.25.
Yeah. Yeah. So they set a range. So what we see is so the current one they'll quote it as 5.5.
Yeah.
But it's a range, 5.25 to 5.5.
I was just completely misreading it and thinking that the 87% was actually people thinking it was going to be a larger cut, not a smaller one.
Oh yeah, no, that's the larger one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. So, because what happens is it's not actually the federal bank that sets people's interest rates. What the federal bank do is they set the overnight rate for that the banks can trade, the secured overnight financing rate. It's quoted as SOFR. That's what they set. And so banks can trade within this range.
Yeah.
So you'll see like what the real Fed funds rate might be. You might see it that when banks did the overnight exchanges to cover their bills and like they trade amongst each other. So when they settle, they'll have there's no point like let's say I do business with you, you do business with me. Justin has some business, Paul has some business, Colin, Adelaide, all these people have, you've got all businesses that you're exchanging funds with, and you've all got different banks. At the end of the whole banking day, they'll just do their tallies, and maybe they've done equal business with each other, and they say, oh, actually, we don't owe anyone anything. You know, my bank did this much business with you, and you did equal amount with me, so we don't actually need to actually exchange any monies. Now, if there is a difference, and the banks all of a sudden will be like, oh, okay, actually we owe this bank a little bit more, and we owe this bank a little bit more, but we don't have the reserves available to us right now. What they'll do is they'll go to a liquidity provider, and they'll be able to borrow money just to pay. They might go to another bank then and say, we're actually short 400 billion on our assets that we have to settle this bill for today. So they'll go to the overnight financing rate, and they'll borrow money from another bank at the levels at this somewhere in this range set by the Federal Reserve.
Yep.
And that number, when you see like what the overnight financing rate was, it comes out just before the New York Stock Exchange opened. Oh, sorry, maybe the New York's, no, it should be somewhere between New York. Here it is. Yeah, just before New York Stock Exchange. So effective Fed funds rate 5.33% versus the previous day. And you'll see in here somewhere else where it'll say like what the secured overnight is, SOFR, secured overnight financing rate 5.33%. So now that the banks, when they borrow those funds, they've got to borrow them at that rate. And obviously when they create loans and make loans for their customers, they'll be putting a premium up on top of this number. When the Fed cuts rates, and they cut by this number, now that overnight financing rate will be within here, within this range. Now the odds for the end of the year, this one hasn't changed. One month ago, we saw that the highest odds was that we're still going to be 1%, 1% lower than where we are now. 1 week ago, it was still the highest probability. Yesterday, it was sort of flipping and flopping, whether it was going to be 2 big rate cuts and 1 smaller rate cut, so 1.25. But then after yesterday, it firmed up that they're still going to price in 1% rate cut. Cutting 3 times before the end of the year, and one of those going to be a 0.5. Right. So I guess now, if we get some real strong data, then we might wipe that off and it'll become a 0.25, or when the Fed cuts at 0.25, and then they give their statement, and then they come and do the press conference, maybe that Powell will be hawkish or dovish, or just try curb the expectations that we're not going to do jumbo size rate cuts. We're going to go steady. Maybe then that can sour the news again. Anyway, but yeah, it's when you've got momentum to the upside, it can be pretty tough getting into that. But I would like to think that there will be a sell. I kind of would prefer that a sell.
Yeah, I've got a beautiful zone at 18,585.
Oh yeah.
For various reasons. It's a monthly close. It's a longer term weekly 50% fib retracement. It's a trend line. It's something else. It's just
you got confluence there.
say where is it?
It's kind of a messy area though as well, isn't it? Like there won't be many zones inside of there that are untested. It's been tested a bunch. So I'm hoping we just do find some. If we're trading and if Asia low fails to hold, I think there's going to be some nice easy sells down. We won't be getting the best price, which will be a little bit disappointing, but I do foresee some easy sells by that stage. And if momentum really wants to take hold, we could fade a lot of this move. But that would be if we're under here. Hopefully we can get a better sell position than down here.
Yeah, I was keen to sell from this area, but then the 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, all of those high time frames, we got to close, and it actually closed higher than that retracement structure to the left. So when we saw that close, I thought, oh, maybe we going a bit high. We're fighting that massive bearish engulfing candle from New York on the Friday the 6th.
Friday the 6th.
We almost about to retest the wick of that bearish engulfing candle. That was the news day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, but you see that structure there to the left where it pulled back and then hit the trend line, and then we took the shorts. So the higher time frames have closed above that structure now.
Yeah.
And all of the 4 hour, 3 hour, it looked like, when I started looking at the chart this morning, it looked like we were just testing the last area of liquidity from that bullish engulfing candle on the 4, 3, and 2 hour time frame. So maybe hopefully another leg up, and then we can hit that zone and bleed out again.
Yeah. Yeah, we're showing some reactions right now from these little train track looking things. That's where price had a little reaction from. Probably worth like some quick scalps in here if you had the balls for it.
By the way, that I was listening when I was writing, but where Nas reacted from, I hadn't done my prep obviously, but because I was looking for an entry at the bottom, and it's actually reacted almost to the pip to the May monthly close.
Oh yeah,
which is where it bounced. Yeah, and I hadn't drawn the monthly levels, but it was, yeah. So if you look at May, wait on, not May. What am I talking about? Yeah, I think it was May close. So if you just draw the monthly level, you'll see where it actually bounced.
oh yeah, I had to go that.
Look at that.
Yeah,
And I was seeking a zone, and I was like, I don't know. But obviously, once it all happened, I went back and went, whoa, okay.
yeah.
And the zone there, but also the monthly closes. Like, if I'd been looking for better confluence, I would have seen it right there, because, that would have been key, or would have been a good point of interest.
Yeah. I had a daily level down here, and then when I look at this level, when we think about grabbing liquidity from two zones, you've got this zone, this consolidation, and then you've got this consolidation defending that consolidation. So two lows right here, and we extend that to the right. And you see like what price dipped into it, and then swept both of them, and then bushka Oh my gosh, look at that face.
Point.
That would have been a profitable buy right there.
Yeah, yeah. And I was also looking at what I would have done, like what I could potentially do next time. Obviously, it never happened exactly the same, but I worked out that if you'd got in at the bottom and you'd trailed your stop by 100 points, then you would have made it all the way to the top, minus 100 points from the very top.
Oh, I should have done that.
And you'd still be in it.
I'm good.
There was no, I think the biggest pullback was 95 points or something. So if you just
700
say it
pips.
at 100 points, you'd be still in it.
700 pips straight line.
I'm just gutted I got in at the bottom and then I was like, no, it's not going up. And it came up and then tightened up my stop. Just watched it go.
Oh,
Yeah, one thing I also realized, and I think this reminded me of what you said, Sarah, at some point, was that I was there looking to micro, looking for entries, looking for zones. But in the end, if you just look at the 15-minute time frame, you see candles at either end. You see one first drop, and then there's one at the bottom, and then there's one at the top. You're like, well, maybe I shouldn't be getting so wrapped up looking for like micro zones and price action.
Yeah.
Wait for a good, healthy 15-minute candle to point the direction and get in. I think that's what you did, Sarah, probably.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. I was waiting. I was really patient, and I just could slap myself around the face for not holding my nerve really with it.
Well,
Yeah, but you know what happens is you get that 15-minute close and then you start looking for a better entry. And by the time you find it, it's moved on another 15-minute candle and you're out.
yeah, true. But I guess, I mean, what would be the stop loss if you got in when that 15-minute just closed at the bottom?
Yeah, you need to climb in there.
What would be the stop loss at that point? Like,
But then actually, if you think about it, if your stop loss is, you
It's a
said
60 pip candle.
Yes, but even if it's 60 pips and it's moved 700, it's nothing, is it?
yeah,
well,
but
it's just that
that's
if you're confident with that zone and that monthly close point of interest and stuff, and you've seen your 15-minute candle, which is pointing in the direction, then give yourself a wide stop. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty hard to though predict that
It
that's
is
going to
hard,
happen.
True, but I think we all, with NAS especially, expect those kind of clean down, clean up, clean down, like especially during these news events.
I would expect that.
Yeah, the hardest part is when you enter and then watching it in drawdown for 45 pips, and then that's
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe I'll go back and look at lower time frames and see if there's better price action after the 15-minute close that would have given me an entry.
Yeah,
It would have been there. But...
I would expect when it was like I would expect a reaction. So I wouldn't want to have like such a wide stop loss because I wouldn't want to like have price get all the way up to here before it gets to 1-to-1, because I'd be concerned about London given the way that price action had moved before that.
Can you go down to 5-minute and see, because it obviously dipped back down to the bottom of that second pink zone, didn't it? So that would be that second candle for retrace. If you're going to 3-minute or 2-minute, you probably see that this that I guess so your 15-minute would have been closing here, I guess, and there's your retrace.
This one here.
What? No. I don't think so. This is your 15-minute here, closing here, isn't it?
No, because it would close at this candle here on 3-minute. That's 16.12, so that will close at 16.15.
Oh, I'm so confused.
We got something wrong.
I thought the 15-minute indicated that it dipped back down and then bounced off the bottom of this zone.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the first 15-minute candle closed here?
Yeah, and so I'm just saying that if you
Oh,
then
the
go
next
down and see that
yeah, sorry.
this one, so this is a retrace, but it's inside this pink zone, and it's retested the bottom of that zone. So down to the 2-minute or 1-minute, maybe you can see that rejection from the bottom of that zone, and that's your entry.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think it's how much confidence you had for a reaction from this zone. That you just want to get in as close to this zone as possible.
Yep.
And then if the 15-minute can close and it closed good, then you can start thinking, oh, you know what? I think I'm onto a good thing here. And then as it starts pushing away, then you start getting more confidence in holding it. But it's pretty hard to jump into that trade, visualizing that it does that, because it doesn't normally move like that. Like it can't. We expect big moves from NAS, but even like, you know, this is potentially. I mean, to be honest, the last few days we've had some pretty just one-sided rallies after NYSE is opened. It just moves like that. Like after they get back from lunch, after London close, we get like a pretty big move. But what stops it from doing something like this and then coming back and then souring again? I think you just need to have like real confidence in that zone, and then close your eyes.
Because even if you look right down to 1 minute, you can see a broken HCS, like a 1 minute broken HCS that it dipped back into.
Yeah,
So, I guess if you get really micro, you're probably fine.
yeah. If you got your zones right, you'll find price action on something to get in. And that's why sometimes a cowboy entry is just you just take in a trade and trust that your zone is going to play out. Anytime you wait for like more confirmations and things, the only way for you to get confidence in price action is by seeing rejections and price moving away from that zone in a way that you like, but then you're getting away from that best entry. Which is fine, you know. There's nothing wrong with any of these approaches, but usually if your zones are on point or that's a good zone, price action should develop. And what time we've got? 7 minutes. IP was in Dow and NAS at the bottom. Made 40 pips out of each. Try not to be greedy. Yeah, that's all right. Don't mind that. If you can hit that each day, then that's the consistency needed. I only need that many pips, really.
Speaking of monthly closes, we're sitting just above a double monthly close right now.
That's this July and August one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, for NAS or for German?
German, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I got here, that black line.
I've got a job, guys. I'll catch you later.
Oh, already, mate.
And I'm in the office.
He's already made his money.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, take care.
There's some untapped MMGs at just about the zone we were looking at for sold.
Untapped, really? I thought that would have been tapped numerous times with the way that this is looking.
No, they're from...
you mean from the 5th and the 6th?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Yeah, from the 5th and the 6th.
Thought surely that would have
the
been
seventh the 7th fooled around with it for a bit, but didn't scrub it.
Oh, okay. So what level is that at?
The mid zone is of the 6th is 18615, and the 5th is 596.
615.
Yeah.
And 6. What was the second number?
And 596.
Oh, 596.
18596, so just below. Yeah.
Really hard to know what it's going to do. I'm going to give it a quick pump in honor of yesterday's push and then drop.
Oh man, I hope so.
Is it done?
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't want it to just drop.
I was dreading waking up and having Asia down here. And like, now what do we do? Like from down here, that sucks. But I'm glad we pushed up. I wish we opened here and London pushed up into that zone. There's a little bit, just you don't really want to enter an hour before London. But maybe
we did make a 4-hour new structural high with the closure of Asian session.
Looks like price is going to this area now, at least. Right over here. Looks like it wants to scrub this area. That's the fix as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about what you were saying yesterday on Asia really breaking out of New York. So I was anticipating it would wake up the price around that zone that you drew below there. Didn't expect it to go high.
Yeah, this is the open for Tokyo, and then it pushed up, and then it started. It's just too late for me to watch it. I don't want to set any pending orders, but it did reject the highs a couple of times, and then eventually give you like a decent little down move. But I was So this is the TWAP.
Almost looks like it's done its liquidity sweep up to head down.
Yeah, it's going to piss me off if it's done that. I reckon it will just... I reckon we're going to just drop straight into the zone. 20 points. All right. 1 minute.
It's looking like a very much like a bearish reversal, doesn't it? The last hour was a doji. This hour sweeps up high, closes bearish.
Yeah.
I'm in short based on stochastic oversold.
I saw that.
And that little T, that what do you call it?
Which one?
Reversal, rejection.
Which time frame
Yeah.
is it oversold?
Yeah, it's over. Stochastic was... Oh, here we go. Here's the open.
Don't like the look of that.
Yeah, not if you're in the cells already. I do personally. I was really hesitating being able to jump into anything when it was just down here. I would prefer it to move up.
I was thinking Asian 50% might be nice for an entry, but I moved too quickly.
Oh, for buyers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's what I actually planned. So
I'm a bit scared of the buyers.
London going to open with an imbalance again.
think we need to clear this little zone. If we can clear this little zone, then we can look for it to extend the range higher.
Setting a nice target for the sell if it launches up. Yeah.
Sean Linehan.
Ooh. Where are you going?
Maybe the market doesn't really know either.
All right, this is the danger area. Come on, push up. Not for Guy's sake. Hopefully down for Guy's sake, but up for a better liquidity area.
I'm only on a demo playing around, so I'm not.
No damage. Okay.
No damage.
Fly.
Bad. Push up. Go on.
Well,
Push up.
make your stop 100 pips then.
Oh, that's okay. Nice.
Come
Let's
on.
see how far we can push this thing.
Did anyone take the buy?
Yes, I did.
Very good, Jan. Come on, keep pushing. Taking the euro high now. Oh, Hannah did as well. Very good. Yeah. What was that? 60 pips, was it? 63 from the open. I'm happy to let this initial volatility slide by, because I want it to move up to the zones, the red zones at least, and then I'd like to see some fading of that move. Look at that, man. Closed in, held a support. Come on, keep going. Five minute, looked at what a beauty that 5 minute candle was. So I would cowboy sell this one. And then that would be 112, roughly 120. 120 pips.
Breach my zone at 585. Grab a poo, then drop.
Yeah, up here, then take a poo.
Take a poo at 595, then slip back down. And
Yeah.
pretty clean poo, no mess.
Yeah. No need to wipe. It was a clean cut. You just needed to. I don't even need to even attempt. I just know. Okay.
And get your bearish candle after the previous one to close with no wick here.
Say that again, Paul.
You're gonna get a bearish 5 minute now after the previous one closed with no wick.
Maybe like a little pause,
Yeah.
and then maybe a continuation. Yeah, the pullback was pretty nice. Looking at the 1 minutes, like how you look at this little area to the left. Like it was pretty nice where it pulled back to, wasn't it? But it's so hard to trust 1 minute structure reliably. So this 5 minutes going to close bearish by the looks of it. But I've got 10 long seconds.
Series sound.
And now let's see if we get... Alright, they're closed. Now let's see if this is a continuation for that first leg. Or is this the signs of London starting to get their sells? Ideally, we push up. It's broken the high. Yeah, we're pushing up still. Come on. Thank you. Nice and prompt this morning. What's the general consensus? Are you preferencing buys or sells?
Still some that zone up higher, but I'm still not sure whether it's going to do a big correction or whether it's just a decent pullback and then more long.
Yeah.
New York might still just be treating this as a buy opportunity.
Because we've got it's the euro interest rates today that I don't feel like it's totally clear. That this, I think, my main concern is this caught me by surprise, and I really do not like being taken by surprise. So it's just given me pause, the size of that rally, and because over time I'm very bullish on business and equities and like the debasement of currency and holding value and technology and stuff. So I really don't like selling. That's the thing. But I just don't see an opportunity this month for long lasting buys. And I feel that yesterday was such a big ass move that oh, look at the daily actually. The daily kind of looks nice, doesn't it? That where we're at right now. We probably are gonna have a reaction from this area. This is a daily area. That's a zone below the zone. I'd like it to continue higher because the higher we can, the more sellers are going to live high. But that's actually a strong level right there. And that could have been a scalp opportunity. This is the same mistake I made yesterday. When I lived on the lower time frames too much and I missed some of the more obvious looking higher time frame zones. Remember yesterday, like missing the opportunity to like scale at the top. 4 hours more messy. Daily though, that's quite a clear little order block. I hope we do push up through it though, because we want 85 hit, don't we? Did you say 85 or 95?
My zone's 85.
Yeah, okay.
My points.
95.
85.
95 was the MMG. 85 is your confidence.
85 to 90.
Are you at the Forex Com chart or are you on Pepperstone?
Forex Com.
Okay. I mean, it's only 2 pips different. The two.
I drew the top of that daily zone at 593.
593.
Yeah.
Yeah, 593, not 594. Yeah.
It's going back. It's going back to the previous structure. That's what I call it.
Mm-hmm. Hey Ty, so similar to gold today. Yeah. Yeah, I feel gold and stocks are going to be fairly similarly correlated for a little bit. Fairly similar. On the Discord, thanks for your breakdown, Dave, and Mal if he's watching.
I think I got way too involved in detail and just didn't understand the simplicity of it.
No. It's the point of the exercise was for that. Is I'm trying to get you guys to create a narrative, to build a storyline. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's about actually exercising that muscle to go through and sort of weigh up concepts and pull concepts together. So
I definitely that whole NVIDIA thing. I mean, I don't know if we discussed that, but I didn't even know, wasn't aware of it taking place, and I didn't see it. But then again, I wasn't really watching Financial Juice or anything. Did it appear there as a statement or something?
Yeah, it popped up there. That's what pissed me off, because like when I entered that trade and then I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, what happened?" And I saw a comment. I'm like, "Oh, bastard!"
Oh, gotcha.
Because it just shot up.
Oh, so you were short then? Were you?
I was short. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I missed that.
So it was part of this Goldman Sachs CEO. Where there were like comments that were bleeding in. And then I saw this was some Nvidia news. I was like, okay, so if Nvidia can sell their semiconductors to like, one way to increase earnings is to sell more, isn't there? So
Huge
yeah,
market.
if they can, there's still issues around the potential production. Now, but then I didn't realize that they were didn't pop up so much in there. There were a few comments around Nvidia, but Nvidia was really rallying. So just for me looking, I was like, what is going on? And there was Jensen Huang, the CEO, they were running a conference, or they were running something. It was it's part of the same conversation. So Jensen Huang in a conversation with David Solomon at a conference was very optimistic about their future growth. So it's kind of, I guess it's why it's so paramount, is that when we're trading indices, when there's only 100 businesses in that one, and you've got such large market cap involved with Nvidia, like that's just a huge component of whether it's going to be doing well or not for the day. Ty, listen to something saying that generally was saying September. Yeah, I mean it has been a bearish month so far. You look at the month. There's a few reasons for that as well. A few reasons for that. Corporate earnings, corporate buybacks, window closing, leading into the US government tax time, which the US government has a different tax window than the rest. So a few reasons why September's typically is a quiet month. All right, well, if you're brave enough to take the daily little neckline here, that's presented a 30 pip reaction. Wasn't quite the area I was looking to sell from though, but I'll be devastated to miss that. Oh.
I was in a national, just got out.
You were?
I was just in a small NAS trade to go short, and then I just wasn't sure. I didn't see enough confirmation, and just dropped out of my zone and should have stayed in.
Yeah. I have to buy a cat, I reckon. That if this drops down, so I got something to kick when I miss it.
Let's go. Hey, when daylight savings changes, what time does this session? How many hours does it shift?
The first, so we change our clocks first.
Of October.
No, end of October, last week of October, and I think Australia's first week of November. So it'll be
first week of October, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we're coming up soon.
Oh, am I first week?
New Zealand's first week, Aussie's second week.
So I'll shift by an hour and then.
Yeah, I might be last week of October.
Okay, so it's going to shift and then it'll shift again.
Yeah. So I'm last week of October.
Yep.
So you move first. So it'll be 1 hour later for a month, and then it'll be 2 hours later.
Okay, that's going to be better with work. I'll be able to get home.
Yeah, we should have a lot more people able to attend.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And then the New York session becomes untradeable.
Yeah, that's right. So when I was doing the New York session, it was the other way around. It was a lot more people turned up during winter months, and then in summer months there was a real drop, and then I had to switch to London. So I'm going to try do when Maddie goes to nursery. I'm going to she's only going a couple of days a week, but I'm going to try run a New York session as well. We'll see how popular it is. I know there's a lot of people that do New York sessions, so if there's only like 1 or 2 showing up, then I'll just join Akshay's or Kerwin's or someone else's session and just sit in the background. Otherwise, but if it's popular enough, then in summer, I'll do New York session for 2 days a week when Matt is at nursery. I do prefer New York session, to be honest.
What do you do in New York? Do you trade New York Open or NYSE?
After NYSE, yeah. Unless there's news.
Yeah.
If there's news, I might take a trade beforehand. But I find just looking at all the results, like I'm kind of better off just waiting for NYSE. Like if I get into a trade before NYSE, it's kind of like London, where you kind of just need to take profits at some way or take partials, because you can't really survive NYSE without your entry being revisited. Unless you're lucky and like you get the right side and NY just gives you a nice push. But I find it's a bit of a flip of the coin. So same deal with London. Why I like to take profits in London is because I just don't think you can survive New York session reliably. But New York session, if you get one of the moves, you've got a good chance of being able to let it run for a while. Alrighty, so I like what we're doing. We're not really at the zone we were looking for, but I'm going to put a little black box around this. Because if we are forming, that black box doesn't really stand out, does it? But if we're grabbing liquidity from under here and we're constantly showing signs of rejection and we start breaking through support, then I'm going to say that was a fail to make a new high. And if we're breaking down, then we've got to go grab liquidity from somewhere lower, probably from extend the London low. And maybe we can then go and target this section, because I really do like this area of Asia liquidity as something to be rated, and that would be underneath the euro low as well. So that idea becomes relevant if we're breaking underneath the support. I really think that's a possibility, and that is going to be a 40 pip move. Whether we can extend it further, I would hope so, but for a conservative target, that's what I'd be targeting. That's if this support doesn't hold. If this support can hold and we can start, like, we're just trying to slowly break down this daily zone. Once we can get inside of it, we can get to where there's some more interesting levels. Yeah, if you're in New Zealand, that New York session is late.
Oh, well, you can trade the end of New York on the next day, though. You got a couple of hours.
Waking up at
once the clock switch
5 in the morning with a clear head.
Yeah, you trade like 5 to 10 a.m. or something.
That'd be rough.
It's better than the 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. slot.
Yeah, I suppose it's easier to wake up early than it is to stay up late.
I was just finding it so much easier on working in daylight hours with when you wake up and you're fresh to start the London session, as opposed to it being at the end of the day when fatigue is setting in.
Yeah. You're same time as WA, aren't you, now?
No. I'm an hour ahead of you at the moment.
Is that only 1 hour?
Sometimes day.
Oh,
Yeah, 2 hours off the clock shift. Yeah.
Ah. Look at that 15
Yeah,
minute
it's
man.
been a lot easier. The New York session was killing me. It was trying to get up and ride my bike in the morning after you've only got a couple of hours sleep is impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not sustainable.
And then you you salty all day as well, because you typically made a mistake during New York. You're woken up to disappointment. And you spend the whole day with low Asian volume, licking your wins. No way to make it back.
Yeah. It's funny how the last trade leaves such a strong taste in your mouth.
The anxiety of going to bed with trades running is also something. It's not ideal.
Yeah, I don't like doing it. I'm in the back of my mind. If I wake up during the night, and I'll be like, oh, I wonder what happened to a price. Usually if I just put my phone away, I won't wake up because I'm like, oh, the phone's over there. I sleep better. But if it's near me and I wake up, I can't help but just see, I wonder what Asia's done.
You know how many times it happens to me that you put on a trade on that other platform, and you think it's a good trade, and you get to bed, and you wake up in the morning, you look at your PC screen, and the thing's all green, and you think, that was a good move, and then you go look at the trade, and it stopped you out and just carried on running.
I put a trade on quite a few times, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh, it's doing really well, or it's doing really bad, and I'll cut it. And then I wake up and it's either I've got out at the worst time, I cut the loss at the worst point I could have, or I've taken profit and it's just run a heap further. By the time I woke up, it's like, if I didn't wake up, I would have been alright. Looking pretty strong here, far out. We're zooming up.
Yeah. Where do you place the pending order there?
Look at that 30-minute candle. That 30-minute candle, that last 5 minutes or 4 minutes, just pushed 50 pips in 4 minutes. And that's Dave, are you in? Hey, Tom.
Not yet.
I want to see this area. I don't want to go cowboy trade. I'll go cowboy trade from here. But if what I want to see is price sort of do its thing. If London's going to go down, I'd like to see some sort of consolidation, and then I'll probably give it a little go if I see price stalling in this area. If it just goes up cleanly to here, I'll cowboy sell that thing, because it will take out that daily high from the NFP day. It'll sweep this liquidity, and I quite like this zone, and I think that after a run up, basically 120 pips straight up, I think it's worth a cowboy. But if we're going to stop here, then the least probable outcome, which it could happen, but I hate it when it just does something like this. I hope that it will do that from a cowboy level. But if it's going to be a bit more of a sustained move, I'd prefer it to move up and then sort of do this. Some sort of reversal pattern appear.
Yeah, I got 120 right at the midpoint on that MMG. 615.
Convenient, that, isn't it?
Mm.
Pretty nice reaction from that level. 20 odd pips again. $608, yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Thai as well. Gosh, so daylight savings in Australia in 3 weeks. Asia stocks climbed for the first time this week on Thursday. Wall Street's tech-fueled rise rippled throughout the region. This also helps. I forgot to mention that. I feel like this was like they were talking up rate hikes. They were talking that up, but then when you actually got some of the results, where was it? Here, the red stuff. The Japanese inflation came in low. So as much as they're trying to talk it up, the actual figures is showing that PPI inflation is coming down, and it actually deflated minus 0.2. So whilst they're trying to lift interest rates and hike, it's the data is showing that it's still pretty tough, that their inflation targets is a bit shaky. All right, well that was a 40 pip drop from that level. But yeah, I wish I cowboyed that now, but I was looking for a bit higher. That was your perfect zone, mate.
Yeah, that was my spot. Just looked so bullish on that 30-minute, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, let's see if we can do a retest. If we can do some sort of retest, we've got a little liquidity wick here and another little liquidity wick. Maybe it's just going to drop from here, but it'd be nice to set a buyer's trap and then push down. Stop wouldn't be too big as well if you just wanted to have your stop a little bit more protected. Because I'd potentially, I don't know where I'd actually keep my stop loss for this one, but if I could get in for an entry here, I would consider having another entry here and target at least this Asia session. At least this little zone. So I'll target that. My stretch target would be this red zone. So I don't mind having a little bit of a smaller risk entry just to see if this plan can work out. But I would prefer to be entering from high, but this would be a FOMO entry. So I don't really want to risk a lot on my FOMO entry. But I'd hate to miss out on that whole move as well. $30-minute, super strong. Nas not going anywhere. US 30. US 30s. Always steered away from US 30 because it's so super volatile, but I want to explore. After Bruce Lee was saying some things, I want to explore what London moves can give. Alright, this might be that move.
I got in on the pullback.
Alrighty. Now if we can break under here and close under here, that would be a pretty good sign.
So the interesting thing is now, if that is the top of London and we drop, sweeping that liquidity at Asia, that'll give us 120 as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be tasty. We need to break through this little support for that to happen.
Yeah, we'll pick up the entire London move. That'd be
Yeah, that'd
I'll be
awesome.
done for the day.
Don't need to worry about interest rates. Don't need to worry about PPI.
Go join Dave for a bike ride.
All right, looks like a little pullback. Let's hope this 15-minute doesn't show too much of a rejection. It'd be nice if that creates like a little bullish candle and then break below the bullish candle. Come on, drop.
Again, interesting that the reaction from the top was perfectly on the monthly close.
Oh, yeah.
Monthly close from May. Was it? I don't know what I'm talking about. No, sorry.
Nice bit lower.
I'm looking completely wrong. Wait on. Yeah, it would have been May. Okay. Yeah, May close.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really been disciplined in mapping them, but it's obviously very quick. But they seem to often have reactions.
Hmm.
Sarah needs to go get a coffee now, otherwise we're going to sit and watch this range for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not looking. It's just holding everyone here, isn't it? We're waiting for something.
15-minute rejection. Awesome.
Okay, come on. This time, drop.
Drop for me. Drop for me. I mean, everyone's always being so nice about it, you know, but come on.
Come on, drop.
I had 2 entries. But I didn't get in very high. Took an entry on the pullback at about
This one here.
yeah, that one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took one on the way up and then one on the way down.
All right.
Targets what the imbalance at London Open maybe. What do you think?
You got 25 pips already, Dave.
Not enough, mate. I don't do 25.
Done for the day.
Oh well, if London's gonna grab liquidity, I want it from here. Hey, I want it to take that.
Mm. I do have some confidence.
Why you not give me signal, brother?
Near the bottom of London, I've got a couple of trend lines, so a bit. That's about those.
Okay, this is the retest. Something's wrong with my candle. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, is this just the retest? All right, it's annoying. Close back above here. So what I would think though is that we're trying to tap into this liquidity that we built here, and you'd think though then if we can close inside of here again, then we can fill this area and then maybe pop out. So maybe it's just not quite ready, or it's just we reacted enough from this candle. We haven't released this liquidity, but if the selling pressure is building and building and building, and we can push back into this little zone, then why not finish the job? But it's still not from a convincing level to sell. Like I know the confluence and all that. I'm not talking anyone out of the sells. It's just what I'm saying is London, if they really want to build their position, it can do a couple retests and take time. But as sooner that this can give in and break down, we could start seeing the sellers take over.
Yeah, the 5 minutes it's gonna left an imbalance there as well, annoyingly. Is there a wick on that?
It's got a little nipple
Yeah,
on it.
there's a little top one.
Alright, maybe this is the one. Come on, drop. There we go. Now fill that wick.
Nose is also dropping a bit.
Oh boy, man. Getting fluttery around this level. There's just like push down, up and down, 10 pips, 10 pips. Nas is dropping, is it?
Not convincingly, but it's slowly making its way down. So it's doing a similar thing, I guess, isn't it? Reaching these kind of necklines and hesitating.
Yeah. Come on, just punch through. We're closed below the closing prices. That's the lowest close we've had for a little while. Now, can it just fill these wicks? Come on, German, don't be annoying. Be a pretty healthy sign if this one has taken the top of these previous candles but then closes underneath this area. That'd be pretty healthy. We're getting close to the hour candle closing now though, so it'd be pretty telling if in the next like 5 minutes we can actually drop quite a bit. That'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? That means
closes underneath the previous hourly high.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
There it is.
Come on.
If it does close as a rejection on the hourly, would you normally expect a pullback to retest that week if it is actually going down, like if that's a rejection?
Most of the time, the probability would be that we create some sort of top wick. We always wish that the new candle would open just dump, but it's more likely that we get a little bit of a top wick.
I think I was hearing someone talk about a 50% retest. Is that a thing? Percent of that wick.
I think probably more often than not it probably does. So it's like when you have a bearish candle close, more often than not you get some residual momentum from that candle, and then when you have like a bullish candle, it'll fill the bullish candle's wick. So it's likely that if this candle closes bullish, more likely than not it's going to have some upward momentum.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like it's like how many times do we get where, like, say examples like these two, where you've got like a nice top wick, but then that hour candle doesn't really create a top wick. Just it kind of does a little bit, but goes more often than down. Whereas other ones that have created like long wicks, more often than not, it sort of fills that wick before dropping. So from a probability play, it's more likely to go up a little bit. Oh, look at this! Come on.
As below.
Yeah.
Where did you get in, Hayden? I'm assuming you're in short as well.
Yeah, my entry is not great though. My entry was like, where am I? Wait, we go 3 minutes. So I was hoping that I was going to get tagged in to that one. By the time I got in, it was around here. So I've been flip-flopping around the entry.
I set a little scaling entry at there was a 1 minute imbalance right at the top of this pullback.
Oh yeah.
I went and took that. Improved. I got in at the same place as you, but it improved it a little bit when it took that.
I'd feel much more comfortable if we can hit this level and then attack it the second time. I'd feel much more comfortable. Because then I think we could break through there and then we can get down lower.
Is that your target at the moment? You're just going for the open?
Here.
Yeah.
No, I really want to see this level taken.
Yeah, I thought so. We're gonna get a reaction off the open, surely.
Yeah, it's just annoying having to deal with a new hour.
Well, if we get down to the open.
Oh, you
still
mean?
Go up there.
I thought you meant the open of the hour candle. Yeah. No, I think if we release this, if we release that, I think we can have a good little drop.
Yeah. Maybe scale in if it closes beneath that line you're trying there.
Yeah, that's what I'm contemplating. So new hour candle's coming to a close. Still not entirely comfortable with my entry.
It's starting to form resistance there now.
Yeah. Every move I was expecting today is happening now. I guess my zones weren't quite right this time. You mean they were right this time? Like now they're right? Or you mean they just the timing was off for the Asian session?
Yeah, timing was off. I was selling this earlier. Now it's selling. I was selling so many things, and I've just basically it stopped me out, and now it's doing the thing that I thought it would do.
Yeah.
So that's fun to watch. Glad you guys are in it. Michael's in it. That's okay.
Yeah, I've actually I know it's different because I can't trade the Asian session, but the Asian session is bloody annoying. All right, cooking a gas here now. Just gonna have to be careful of this neckline, the Asia high. Asia high to these necklines, got to be careful of.
Hey Hayden and everyone, I've got a bail now. I'll be out for 3 weeks. I'll see you when I get back.
Oh, you're not here tomorrow?
Nah, travelling to Sydney.
Okay, mate.
So begin the big holiday, but yeah.
Yeah, enjoy your holiday.
I'll try and find some time to do videos so I come back a bit more educated.
Yeah. So Florida first and then Alaska cruise.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Have fun. Hope the
Good luck,
travel
everyone.
goes safe.
Good trading. I hope you all made a fortune by the time I get back.
Yeah.
Actually, the group won't exist anymore because we all have retired.
I'll come back. Where are they?
Living in
The Bahamas, drinking pina coladas.
Like, where is everybody?
Bye, everyone.
All right, Guy. Catch you, mate. Travel safe.
Catch you later. Yeah, thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
Come on. Stop mucking around. So I wonder if it will just, because we're getting enough clearance now, that I do wonder if it will, before it breaks through, come back for just one more little lower high. So I wonder if that could be a potential scaling opportunity. I'm cautious of this Asia high, this top line. I do want to see that drop.
That red line.
What's that?
What were we saying with the Asian high? Where's that line?
The top purple line, this one.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I want us to clear it, break into it, absorb this wick, absorb this clean candle, take out that London low, finish the job. Come on.
I had this remix before. What's a good song?
You're a bit quiet, you didn't hear that?
I said I haven't heard this remix before.
Oh.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
I like
was dancing to one of my favourite DJs in Sydney. I think he played it.
Yeah, I like this
Remix.
song.
The original was just amazing.
Yeah.
And NAS is also not showing huge bearish pressure. I mean, it is dropping. It's dropped. It's dropped 75 points.
Yeah, I try not to look at it too much in London session.
Yeah.
All right, let's break this little support candle.
I'm setting passes for that London low.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's like trading down.
Come on.
There's a zone that consolidate. Well, the double top in the Asian session looks a bit concerning to me.
Come on, push. Power move. Just teasing us here.
He closes the last bearish 10-minute rejection. I find it hard to see structure. If I'm going to look for a scaling opportunity, it's kind of hard to see if the pullback's a real pullback or.
Well, it's touching the 1 minute trend line now.
Right. Yeah, I'd want it to move pretty soon.
It's building some dangerous liquidity on the 1 minute and the 5 minute chair.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I don't like how it consolidated so long at that Asian high. Oh, that sucks, man. Now it's just grinding again.
You know, it's still at that year high area. It's also consolidating.
It's looking like it's more grinding higher. It's doing little flickers back, and then it's sort of grinding, then little flickers back and grinding. Really want to see some aggressive sell move. It's like flickers from the top, like really pushing price down, and then they grind. I don't like how it's just creating this 15-minute bullish candle. So all these little moves down. If this can't be a convincing candle, then I feel like we're just going to fade that candle again. So come on. I don't like how it's sort of just hesitating.
Maybe it just needed some a run up.
Don't scare it. Don't scare it.
This is very jumpy.
Yeah, 15 minutes now, looking more interesting. God.
Although I'm pretty sure the T-wave strategy just gave a signal for long, so it's probably going back for all those stop losses quickly.
Oh, come on, man. Just drop through this level.
Or at least at this point, I've made back the 5% I was down on my second alpha evaluation first stage. That's good.
First stage, second stage.
Because I had 2 running, and I was 5% down on both. I passed the first one, but I went, instead of continuing with that, I went back to the second one that was in 5% drawdown.
Oh yeah, you brought that one back, have you?
I'm back to 0, which is good.
Are you trading your stage 2 one yet?
Nah, I've been too scared.
Okay. Why do you got some momentum?
Well, I would have
make
passed
it
it
all.
already. I mean, I made 5%, so I would have passed it. But I wanted to bring my second stage 1 back to life, resuscitate it, and then move forward with both of them.
Jeez, by the time you get a contract, you're gonna have the gun fully loaded. There'll be a whole bunch of options.
Oh no, I think that'll just be a whole different game of fear and worry and.
yeah.
Well, I think I'll need to have a coaching session with Hayden at that point. Like, okay, so what's changed now psychologically now that I'm actually able to make money?
yeah.
I don't want to screw it up and lose both accounts straight away. I imagine it's a slightly different psychological shift.
There's only one way to learn, though.
Yeah,
it's amazing the way you learn so much more from the times when you actually lose real money.
Yeah.
Yeah, emotional education.
Well, I lost a lot of money through that group that we don't discuss and talk about. I don't know if I learned much from that. Or learning what not to do. But it's handy.
Yeah, I kind of look at it differently though. I mean, it was still a path to this. Without that, you kind of wonder how you would have gained those learnings.
Oh yeah, I have no regrets. I mean, it really takes its own path sometimes.
I can't imagine Hayden's appetite to teach you about what is a long and what is a short and a limit entry. And they're probably not that great. So you've got to.
What is a pip?
Pay someone else to do that.
What is a pip?
Remember that thing? Remember that picture I sent you? That when he got it all wrong, he was drawing the graph of the long and the short, and sell equals long.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. Do you still do the boot camp sessions, Hayden?
Yeah. Yeah.
It must be interesting going back and doing that on occasion, is it? Or do you just do it? It's just like reading from a book because you've done it before so many times, or?
The main one is just once a month, but it's kind of like it's I just talk about whatever. Mainly just look to take trades and then just discuss them. So it's not too bad. It's just the timing, which is a bit annoying.
But that's not the price action series you were doing.
Oh no, I do that one. I got that one today actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You'll join. What time is it?
In about 12 minutes. Yeah, I really want this to bloody move. Otherwise, I'll be distracted. So
what are you gonna do? You're gonna get them all to load up a short and end the session early.
Yeah.
Use this as an example. I'm talking for. Shit, it's blank.
Come on, man.
Don't jump the horse.
This is another test of that 1 minute trend line.
It is. It's popping its head up.
Yeah, and I'll probably talk about zones, as always. That's the hardest thing, is getting your zones right.
Well, there is something harder. Trying to draw them on.
Oh yeah, that's horrible experience.
Oh. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. I reckon. I mean, I've used. I'm not a strongly a technical person regarding software, but I developed software when I was in charge of developing software for the startup that I founded, and I've used enough software and developed enough to realize that TradingView is an amazing piece of software.
Oh yeah, it's good.
It's just
the best.
so good. Just like it really amazes me just how good it is in so many different ways. You know, it's not because it's got so many features and so many nuances, and that can often overload a program and make it so unwieldy it's hard to use. But it's the opposite with it. It's so well done. Yeah, I'm always amazed at it.
Yeah, it's the value of the company is massive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they've done such a good job. Because often with these things, they start simple and then they add features and add features and add features, and it loses its shape and it becomes problematic or buggy or unwieldy or whatever. But here they managed to keep it really elegant, even though it's so full of possibilities. It's pretty amazing, I reckon.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, equally the other platform is just so rubbish. It embraces everything you're talking about. Like,
well, they've obviously got their priorities wrong. They've tried to make it look look beautiful and all.
It's a marketing tool. It's been built around attractive marketing and lack of functionality.
We're actually in a little triangle right now. If you draw it from the bottom of the euro, well, the end of that euro session, up hitting the 1 minute lows. It's and then from the top down. No, not that one. Yeah, that one, and then from here.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go somewhere.
It's painful. This has been absolutely painful to watch. Because I
could sweep up then down, or it could sweep down then up. You never know in this triangle sort of.
Yeah. Because it's not really enough for me to do anything, given my entry.
I mean, I already scaled some out when it was nudging up against that 1 minute trend line. It's just popping out now.
Yeah.
Come on. Convince some buyers to jump in, then drop. Go on. Fake out. Come on.
That 15-minute was a nothing candle, wasn't it? Oh no, it was alright. It feels like it's really struggling to get into this little zone.
There we go.
Gilbert, no, I was in cells. I've been in cells since around here. Oh man, this is annoying. All right, I'm gonna have to scoot. So I need to make a quick call, and then I'm gonna have to do this webinar. So hopefully we can make our way down. That's what I'm hoping, but that's been bloody painful to watch. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. I kind of don't want to bring my entry to break even because I reckon I'll get tagged out. But I also don't want to take any profits here. I wish I took something from here, but I was hoping it was just going to do a little break. I was going to take some profit earlier. If it could break down a bit. So, alrighty.
Annoyingly, I took some out here because I was worried.
Yeah, come on, man. Just drop for us. Alright, guys. Well, we've got interest rates later on, so be careful for the New York session. It's going to be volatile. And I'll see you guys for tomorrow for the last day of the week.
Cool. Thanks, Hayden.
All right.
Thank
you, guys.
Cheers,
Cheers, Ed. Thank you, mate. Bye.
All right. See ya.